Hello and welcome to Jason Talks More, the supplementary show to Jason Talks Geek. If you don't know what Jason Talks Geek is, well then click subscribe and click through my channel and go find it! Okay? This is an extra video where I take my guests like Ashley Victoria Robinson and we just talk more about certain subjects and this is a more loosey-goosey version of the show.
Yeah.
There you go. And of course this show is brought to you by patreon.com/Jawiin, Jawiin, because of all the support over there. That's why we can do extra shows like this. So Ashley, since I had you on Jason Talks Geek,
You did.
I thought we would talk more. I didn't let you leave. I locked the doors.
It was trying.
And I thought you needed to be the one to help me answer this question.
Okay, no pressure.
That came from the internet.
Okay.
Cheyenne? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Cheyenne E.
Like the mountain.
asked, do you think Batman needs Robin? Or does Robin just slow him down and make him weak? And why?
You take the second half of that question and you'd get rid of it.
Okay, we'll answer. Do you think? Let's take it one question at a time.
Yeah.
Do you think Batman needs Robin? Why?
Yes, I think Batman needs Robin. I think Batman needs Robin because Robin grounds him in a way that Alfred can't.
Okay.
Because I think when Bruce Wayne met Dick Grayson, he saw the...
Sounds like a comedy.
There you go.
When Batman met Dick Grayson.
It was adorable.
It was
One of them was like...
the butt he noticed.
One of them was like 10. It was a little bit weird. He
Still
saw...
noticed the butt.
Well, he was an acrobat. He saw the opportunity to have somebody not fall on the same tragedy that he did. And I think that Robin epitomizes all of Batman's best efforts.
Yeah.
And while he may not always succeed, like Jason Todd, I think that the steps that he makes with those characters not only helps those boys, because I'm not counting Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly for the sake of this argument.
Okay.
Because they're kind of different beasts. No pun intended. I think he not only betters their lives, but they keep him honest and they keep him happier, and they, with the exception of like the Super Dick Batman era, they mostly keep him as emotionally sound as somebody who probably has a personality disorder can be. Yeah. So what do you think?
Batman needs Robin.
Yeah.
100%. When you think about Batman, the first thing that enters in your mind is Batman and Robin. You need the light and the darkness. You need the two. If you've ever read The Dark Knight Returns, you get to learn that Carrie Kelly balances out that Batman so well. That Batman would be out there murdering people and just like beating their heads in and snapping necks if it wasn't for Robin. I also think that you hit on it perfectly, that Robin is like the happier version of what Bruce Wayne is, because the Robins are usually orphans, but they're usually not as dour, and especially that's the reason why Dick Grayson is my favorite, because he is the purest form of the Batman and Robin team. He is the opposite to Bruce, and because of that, he sort of brings Bruce out of his dark psychotic hole.
He checks him a little bit because he demands something of Batman. He demands that Batman be better.
It also gives the character of Batman, here's something that many people don't think about, an end goal.
Yes.
Because Batman doesn't have an end goal, because you will never defeat crime. Ever. It's never going to happen. So Batman's mission as, like, I'm going to defeat crime is endless.
Yeah.
But if he gets a Robin, his goal becomes, I need to train this kid to become a decent crime fighter and an adult. And then the kid grows up, becomes Nightwing, leads Justice League. Goal met.
Yeah.
You know, so Batman definitely needs a Robin. Now, here's the argument. Does Robin just slow him down and make him weak? Now, what do you think about this kid out there on the streets with Batman? Does this kid slow Batman down?
I mean, maybe physically because his legs aren't as long. I don't think he makes him weak. I understand that argument from the standpoint of, if you're a vigilante, the more people you're connected to, the more ways you can be hurt, and then they can be hurt. Again, Jason Todd exemplifies that.
Yeah.
But I don't think they make him weak. I think Batman expanding his world like that makes him stronger, and it makes him a better man.
Okay.
So, like, being a father is a pretty powerful thing, and he is an adopted father to his own little tribe of birds.
I don't think it makes him weak as well, because I like to believe in the version of Batman that, like, literally Batman locked that kid up in a cave for a year and wouldn't even let that kid outside until he trained for a year.
Oh, really?
Like, literally, it was like I'm not gonna let you use a grappling hook until you perfect this impossible grappling hook shot, and I don't care if it takes you 6 months.
Oh,
to me, that's
Tim
Batman.
Drake version of training.
Yeah. Well, you know, and some of the things that have been retconned to the dick.
Yeah.
Like there is a Nightwing annual. I think it's Nightwing annual #1, and in it there's a scene where where Dick dives into the water and he is like trying to figure out there's this woman who is like seducing people and killing her husband. She's a Black Widow. And there's a scene out in the water, and the idea is that he pretends to be her husband or marry her to see how he's trying to figure out how she killed all her past husbands.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
It's one of my favorite issues of Nightwing ever. And he puts on the scuba gear, and he recognizes that there's some sort of aerosol form of poison in there. And then there's a caption box written by Chuck Dixon. That's why it's great. There's a caption box where he says that, oh, I recognize it as pneumonia or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what happens when Batman makes you spend your nights identifying 30 different poisons.
I believe, but Batman sees that as a caring thing to do and a preparatory thing to do, whereas you're like, that might be child abuse.
But see, that was the first time that I thought, I was like, oh, okay. So Batman prepped him for every possible situation, and I think he did that before he ever let them even go out in the streets.
I believe that, and I believe he makes them earn the costume, but I think Dick probably had it the easiest out of all of them. I think Tim probably had a really hard go of it, being the Robin who came after the dead Robin.
Here's the thing about it. I don't know if Dick had it the easiest, because you also have to predict that Dick Grayson was the Robin that experienced the craziest Batman.
Yes.
Because it's Batman at his young... Dick Grayson's the only Robin to experience Batman in his 20s.
Yes, unhinged Batman.
Batman in his 20s, wearing purple gloves, using guns. He's crazy. None
of that is a lie.
But I will say that he experienced the craziest Batman, and I think he also experienced the meanest Batman.
Yes.
But I will say that I think Tim's training was probably the hardest.
And I think it was probably the
harder?
longest. Sure.
Yeah, because Batman was definitely like, I'm not letting you out in the streets because this other kid got killed with a crowbar.
Yeah.
So there you go. So the question is, Batman does need a Robin. Definitely yes. Both sides here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe. More Jason Talks Geek all throughout this channel. If you just go look on the side over there. Ashley, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Ashley V. Robinson, Facebook.com/AshVictoriaRobinson, and hosting Geek History Lesson every single week with Jason Inman.
That's right, guys. Follow me on Twitter at Jawiin, Jawiin. And thank you to all the Patreon supporters out there that make this show possible. I'll be seeing you next week or sometime in the future.